Hello, you guys, and welcome back to December Daily Day 13. Today, I just wanted to do a little sketch about a dinner I had at my friend's place. So, we went over, we wanted to see the dog that they just newly adopted for the very first time. And it was actually my first time meeting this adopted little pupper, so I was super excited to meet her. Just kind of felt like I needed that dog cuddles today, and I was told that she's a really friendly dog, which she is. Also not a super needy one, not a super clingy one, so she just kind of comes over, greets you, and then does her own thing back in her little puppy bed with her little toys. So this is what I thought I would draw tonight, because even though we had really delicious pizza, we had one pepperoni pizza and another Christmas themed pizza with kind of cranberry sauce and turkey and also some sausage. I didn't take a photo of the pizza at all, surprisingly, when I usually do, especially because I knew that I was going to document the pizza or just the events in the day in this December daily. But I had a lot of pictures of this little cutie, so I thought I would just draw her instead. And this is actually my first time drawing an animal, much less doing watercolor for the animal as well, so I really didn't know how I would fare. But I thought I would just focus on the really basic shapes. I'm so glad that I worked from photo for this one and not from life, because I don't know how I would have done working on an animal from life when the animal keeps moving around, and I'm not even too familiar with their shape. So I started with a very simple circle for the head and then the snout, and then I started drawing its body, her back, her little paws and legs as well that are thankfully hidden by all the different toys, and her little baby Yoda plushie, which is the green thing that I will color in the end, but you will be able to notice from the baby Yoda's really long ears. And a lot of the time for this, I was just spending shading and building out the colors and making sure that it kind of looked right. I am really impressed by the amount of layers that this Midori watercolor paper can take, and I don't know if it's because, sorry, I keep saying watercolor paper, but it's actually just a regular sized insert. I'm not too sure what the specifications are for the GSM or anything, but this is literally the insert that comes with the notebook, so it's literally the first insert that came with my first ever traveler's notebook that I acquired. So I'm really impressed at the layering that I can do on this on this paper, and the fact that it also dries kind of quickly. So I'm guessing that this paper is coated because it's also able to take some fountain pen ink, and it's able to have water dry quickly, which kind of means that the paper itself is not absorbent. So I'm guessing that's what it is, especially because the paper kind of buckles a little bit. So I guess it's just the water pooling onto the page. Anyway, getting nerdy about paper here, you can always go to the Goulet Pen Company or any other YouTube channel that talks about fountain pen paper, because there is surprisingly quite a lot to unpack there. And yeah, so this sketch is quite simple. I didn't add too much details. I didn't even do any outlining. I just wanted to make sure that there are shadows and highlights to each of the different dimensions here in this puppy bed. I think just to show a little fluff, a little dimension and a little poofiness to this thing. And that's about it. I think this spread is really simple. I just had quite a day at work, quite a lot going on, so I wanted to do something really simple, and I know this wasn't as like colorful or snazzy as all the other spreads with the stickers and the scrapbooking and stuff, but I guess this is just what happens when you go through so many days of continuous and consecutive daily inserts and daily spreads. It just means that you might have to do something a little bit different just to make yourself not bored of the previous days and not too repetitive either. But I just really didn't feel like doing another listicle like I did with the podcast list, although I do have more of those coming. Alright, that's going to be it from me today. Thank you so much again for dropping by. We are on day 13 of December Daily. We are going really strong, although a part of me is already starting to think if I should just skip 1 or 2 days, but at the same time, I don't want to have to double down on another day and do like 2 spreads in one day because that would actually be a lot worse, I think. So I'm just gonna try and do what I can and see how it goes from here. But I hope you guys are having a great December. One of these days I'll actually put up my Christmas tree in my flat and draw that, so you will actually be the first to know if I actually put up my Christmas tree, because it means that when I put it on a December daily spread, it means it's done. Alright, thanks so much for listening to me ramble, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!